Good day to you peeps, Liesl here once more, and today I'm here to bring us the very latest of our sensational bits between the bits. So enough from me and straight in. It's been a while since we were all together on the channel, hasn't it? I think Samhain and Halloween. Get my bins on and I can see what I'm doing. Was the last time, so it's been a few weeks. Yeah, I did mention somewhere briefly, I do believe on a community post, something about discussing the upkeep of cigar box guitars and instruments in general, and also generally upgrading them, improving them, rebuilding them, recycling them. All these sorts of things will at least be sort of briefly covered in this sensational bits between the bits today. Yeah, so I am starting to ramble on ever so slightly and waffle a bit. So yeah, enough from me. As always, and straight in. As you can see, we have reconvened in the Groove Lounge. Yes, I'm currently in the state of reinstating the Groove Lounge and the Sound Lab, which will be that side of the room. There you go. Let you into a little secret. It's no secret. That way we can have everything set up in here. All the gitties are along the back wall at the moment, hanging on the rail. I wanted to try to bring them into shot today, but there just isn't the room as yet. So yeah, that will be in a later feature. But to come to our main feature anyway, many of us will remember Paco. It was our Rocky Patel, I think somewhat limited edition, handmade cigars. And there we go, a lovely white on black feature. I do remember at the time researching names for Paco, and I actually put into the search engine, is there a name that refers to an eagle? And Paco came up. I think it's a diminutive of Francis actually as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought that's a great name for this fella. And so Paco was born. Now when I threw him together, it was very much, well, I'd say your standard cigar box guitar. Nothing too fancy. I did extend the headstock to sort of give us room for the pegs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's got a 4-string single coil, 4-string, 4 whatever these are, 4 bits. It's been a long day, believe me. We all have those, don't we? But anyway, a single coil pickup that's really intended for a 4-string. This is a 3-string. Nice little white cupcakes. Flip-flop hinge for the saddle, nut and bolt for the bridge, and another one for the nut. And basically, yeah, when I first threw them together, I put the neck together with pegs. I was getting my words mixed up there. And basically just used 2 pieces of wood, gave it a little bit of shaping. As you can see probably now, and you'll see better in a moment, I've gone in and actually, I have gone in and actually shaped the neck, just using the rasp and a file basically, just to get that a little bit, just to get that a little smoother, nicer to play, and so on and so forth. I'm sure many of us will also remember this one, Johnny Tobacco Knot, who I did name Curtis. Basically, I was listening to Curtis Mayfield at the time. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Curtis Mayfield, I highly recommend that you check him out on YouTube. Yeah, but I'm sure you'll have at least heard Superfly, and you'll recognise that. But anyway, there it is. There's the backstory. Nothing too sort of cosmic and wonderful, really. I was listening to Curtis Mayfield. Right, and I did some rough shaping on this. You can see, and I will do more on this, it kind of flutes out slightly as it gets to the top. I've gone in at angles there just to round the edge off, which gives you quite a nice smooth slidey feel when you are sliding. You don't want it too rough. And I will do a lot more on this, probably coming up in January actually. But for now I thought we'd spend the rest of the season upgrading the ones we built this year, maybe reviewing one or two of them. I see from the comments and the watch ratings and everything that some of the rags that I did, so just jams basically, were quite popular, and I was ever so chuffed that you went back to watch those because they've been on there quite a while. So I thought if we upgraded a few of these instruments, then maybe we could come up with some interesting rags, as I like to call them, or jams or whatever, and hopefully we'll have those on the channel very soon. Alternatively, and I know many of us will remember this one because this one's been very popular, and thank you for the wonderful comments. We do have our little wonderful Copenhagen or Copenhagen, I'm never quite sure. Put it in the comments if you know. Butter cookies. Nice can, nice tin. Little banjolele that we made. Now I love this instrument. As you can see, very little shaping on the neck. Just literally those have been smoothed down so that you can actually run your hand up and down. But I love the low action on this little one. Yeah. And shout out once more to Steve's strings, because he did give me the inspiration for this. I kept the action low because it's good to play with your fingers. As you can see, out of tune. Many people do ask me, and I've had it in the comments, how do you play fretless? Well, my first reaction to that is, what, you're asking me? Okay, little joke. Brushing that aside, I will get to that as well, or at least I'll show you how I play fretless without a slide. Yeah. I took a tip from violinists actually. I spoke to one or two violinists, and they were all of a mind that you've got to keep your finger placements quite close together, quite tight. There's not a massive room for error, but you do get a lot of nice reverb, I think. We'll see anyway, maybe we'll do a sensational sound experiment or something like that. Yeah, but there's quite a different sound, as you know, to fretless than fretted. So we will do a little bit more on that. But because I massively digress, I shall get back to Paco, because I was quite pleased. Now from time to time you might think, oh, you know, I can improve this instrument. I had a couple of hours spare, and I took probably an hour and a half just to reshape the neck. If I can get a bit closer, hopefully you can see from the grain there was a chunk early on in the process that needed filling, so I filled that with our homemade filler. That's it, our Carpenter's Fairy Dust and wood glue, lovely non-toxic homemade filler, can't be bad. And brought the grain out slightly. Yep. Again, I sanded it, I just went in with a file. It's a bit hard to see, but it's a lot more rounded, and when you come to sort of swing on it that way, it gives a nice sort of action. You can look sort of rock and roll doing that. In your front room, you're already famous with your family, so just expand on that. You know you're a rock and roll star, absolutely. Rock and roll, see? So when you're in your front room, you know, you can give it some of that and get a nice slide out of that while you're at it, you know. And so I will show you anyway. There it is. If I turn it, you can see I left a bit there just to show you really how I shaped it. I know that's a bit rough, but I actually like it like that. It's a bit wider there, but that gives it strength, I think, because I've found if they're going to bend, right, they'll bend around here. And basically if you work some of the shape into it, then it doesn't bend. I mean, that's still quite a fat neck, which is why I did take it down a little bit compared to a standard guitar. You know, with a truss rod, they are a lot narrower. And when I come to play things like that, not that I can play a 6-string at all well, or a bass or anything, but like when I do come to, I think, oh crikey, like not only is the neck broad, it's really shallow, because I'm so like used to these big chunky cigar box guitar necks, but yeah, I love them. So, you know, that is basically what I've been up to. I do not have little Roland, my Roland Cube amplifier, with us today because there just isn't room to set him up yet. So he's still in the back room with me. But he will be here soon. But I do have my bottleneck anyway. Now the strings went on last night and I've just tuned this very quickly by ear. So I don't know what it will sound like. But I think hopefully we'll get quite a nice action as we slide. So shall we give it a go, shall we? Let's do that. Keep it still, Lisa. Quit while you're ahead. Fire with a cigar box guitar player. Okay. It's been a long day. But yeah, I would say that's very comfortable now to play. I do like this one because it's got a nice balance to it. See, like, it doesn't nosedive. You've got your palm of your hand just underneath the heel. And that balances quite nicely. Yeah. So it stays where you want it when you're playing. It doesn't go this way. It's quite heavy there, you see. And that started out quite thick. I mean, that was to there, you know, but I took quite a bit of material out. And I will go over this a couple of times. Yes, because it's always worth a revision, things like that. And I hope really that this very brief video has made some sort of sense. Latest bits between the bits. Yep, so that's it really for now. But there will be a lot more to come in the coming days and weeks, as we will be setting up some of these instruments. I'm very keen actually. Oh, crikey. I say destroying everything before we even get there. That is the nature of cigar box instruments. I'm quite keen on this one. This one's pretty cool really, but I think I might lower the action ever so slightly. It's very low. And I haven't touched this in a couple of weeks, which is why this one's a little bit out of tune. But so if you can hear the police sirens, I live behind a police station. So if you can hear crashing guitars, I live in a very tiny apartment. Very out of tune, but yeah, so here's another one I'm going to set up. Might do a bit of shaping on the neck, but I quite like this one as it is. Yeah, in fact this is one of my very favourites. I really love this. It's a true sort of homespun cookie can instrument. Sounds wonderful. And yeah, we all shared in the pleasure of building this because we're all one community on this channel. And as I always say, it's not my channel, you know, it's our channel. You are the inspiration for all these wonderful creations, if I can put it that way. And you can see I've got a big smile on my face because, yeah, I've got plenty of plans for new builds coming up in the new year. Yeah. You don't want to build too many and for too long, because you will come down with quite a severe case of giddy madness, in my experience. So it's good to break off at the end of the year, run through a few of the things that we've created during this year. We'll be coming up for our 2-year anniversary in January also. So I am looking forward to some exciting projects and a lot more fun along the way. Absolutely. So peeps, as ever, that leaves really only for me to say, wherever you are, do stay safe. Whatever you're doing, do stay blessed. And whatever life brings, well, keep building. Alright then peeps, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye for now then. Bye.